Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. This is Sunday Stories, episode 17. It's a story about a man named Sam Childress. He was one of those guys that everybody had written off. He rode with the Outlaw Motorcycle Club. He was the kind of man that others would cross the street just to avoid him. But look, God had other plans for this man, right? So one night, broken, drunk, he stumbled into a small county church. He just sat in the back, shrugged with his arms crossed, and he thought, man, I don't belong here. There ain't no God. But as the preacher spoke about a Savior who came for the lost, something stirred deep inside him. Tears filled his eyes. And in that moment, Sam realized that he was loved, and he wasn't lost, and he wasn't beyond saving. And he gave his life to Christ that night, and everything changed. He laid down his gun. He walked away from the drugs, the gangs, and the darkness. But look, y'all, the story didn't end with his salvation. It only began. A few years later, Sam traveled to Africa to help rebuild homes that were destroyed by war, and what he saw there, it shattered his heart. There were families that were dead everywhere. There was little children that were terrified, starving, alone. Some had been forced to turn into soldiers. Others had lost everyone they loved. And Sam, he went to sleep that night and he just couldn't get their faces out of his mind. And he said to himself, you know what? If God can rescue me, then he can rescue them. And that's exactly what he did. He came back to the United States and he started raising money. And then he went back and he built an orphanage called the South Sudan, right in the middle of one of the most dangerous war zones in the world. And he called it the Angels of East Africa. It became a safe haven for hundreds of children, a place where laughter replaced fear and hope began to grow. And Sam faced bullets and landmines and sleepless nights that from opposition. He faced criticism, doubt, and danger at every turn, but he kept on going because he knew that God was faithful. Today, Sam Childress is known as the machine gun preacher, not because he glorifies violence, but because he refused to let evil have the last word. His life is living proof that there was no one too far gone, and no place too dark for God's light to shine. If God can redeem an outlaw, he can redeem anyone. If he can turn a weapon into a hand of mercy, he can turn your pain into purpose too. So look, my friend, whatever you've done, wherever you are today, remember this. Your yes to God not only will change the course of your life, but it could also change somebody's world and maybe even save it. Let this story sink into your heart. I love y'all. Have a happy Sunday.